Okay, that's some bad news. My camshaft, either my camshaft came loose or something happened, but I don't know what kind of damage is done inside, so I'm tearing her down. It was running good, then just all of a sudden nothing, and then it locked up, and the cam's way off. So I'm thinking the camshaft slipped on me, so I started tearing it down already to see what all is going on in the inside. I got the rockers and stuff sitting here. I'm gonna have to pull both sides off. I wanted to kind of tear it down, look inside anyway now. I think I've ran like 4 tanks of gas through it. But when I put it back together, I'm going to put some anti-vibration stuff on, because what happened was one of the rockers came loose, push rod wedged, and I think it slipped the cam, is what it done. I'm guessing. I'll see when I get inside here. Well, I can see that the cam is off, but hopefully there's not too much damage in the inside. May end up having to make valves over, if I bent valves or something. Then I'll go back to the other one and get it running instead, and then work on this one. So yeah, I wanted to turn these around anyway, so didn't really want to have to take them off to do this. So it's going to be interesting to see what's in here. It was the other side that one of the rocker arms actually came loose, push rod wedged it open. So I'm thinking I bent that valve. And I don't know what all over here. I'll look at the good side first and save the bad for later. I want to see the good first. Should have took the spark plugs out so I don't break them. You know, I end up having to make spark plugs over. I was thinking about making some more spark plugs anyway. I kind of like the looks of these, and I think I'm going to make some more for some of my other models. All right, got all the screws loose. All the tops of these pistons look all right. We'll flip it over. Don't lose the screws. Well, that's good news. The valves and everything look good, okay on this side. Put the head gasket with it. Up all the screws. I'm going to lay this back here and then get over to the other side, take it apart, trying to keep they'll have to all reset, but if I was careful I should have been able to pull those pins out of the rocker arms and not even have to readjust them. But after one coming loose like that, I don't think I would trust it anyway. I'm going to move my high stand out of the way. And I'll just swing this around here so we can see it here. On this side, spark plug wire is off. I was feeling really good about this too, because it was starting to shape up and run pretty good. When I reset these, I am going to put some anti-vibration on these, on those little, they're 440 nuts, adjusting nuts for adjusting take the exhaust off first. And I am going to do something different with this. I think I'm going to point them down and maybe even put them into a collector tube, so that it just blows back I guess the valves ain't that hard to make, if that's all that's wrong with it. If there's a valve, and I'm guessing, was it this one? No, it was, well, I think it was one of these. I'm not sure anymore. I was kind of upset and like, oh no! Well, an opportunity for me to look in the inside anyway. I kind of, like I say, I kind of wanted to see what the inside is looking like anyway. And I have played with it quite a bit. I videoed some of it. After I got that carburetor halfway set, it was revving up. It was idling down maybe about to half throttle and revving up really snappy, and it was actually running pretty decent before this happened. And I had that coolant can, she was getting pretty warm, and I was just gonna quit when it happened. So if I'd have quit 10 seconds sooner, who knows, I would have probably not noticed though, and I cranked her over and started it up anyway. So my wife had just come out too, and I said, yeah, I was running good until you showed up. So, anyway, that's the way it is. No big deal. All right, now I'll pull those pins, pull these off, and I want to do the front first, and then I'm going to keep them separate on my, so I can just grab this pin, pull that out, don't drop any of the rockers, and then put them all on the pin in line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got it. I've got a piece of styrofoam over here that I'm putting it all on, and I got it labeled front. And then I'll just pull the rocker or pull the push rods out, front one, and then I've got 1 and 2. So the 1 is the front one, and 2 is the back one. I'm just going in line like that. Just trying to keep them separate. Like I say, I don't really know if it's going to matter because I got to reset. I'll have to readjust them anyway, because I'm not going to trust where they're at. Okay, next, pull this one out. Come on. And then same thing, so just continue right from the front. Oh, did I do that right? Oh well, like I said, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter anyway. They'll all get reset. Plus, I'm thinking about, while I have it apart, my rockers, I think I'm going to build this back a little bit so that I can actually get a little socket down in there. I should have did that right away. Oh, well. Okay, now, are you guys seeing anything? I don't know if this camera's got a zoom, but I don't know how well it works. I'll zoom in, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it'll be blurry. My little wrench that I made for the 440 screws. Oh, don't lose my screws. I don't want to lose those screws and have to. That's number one. Set on the foam. Oh boy. Those didn't come loose, that's for sure. Would have been less damage if these would have came loose and just lifted up. Well, I'm not saying that because there might not be any. I don't know what's underneath here. It's a mystery at what's under there. Hopefully it's nothing. It's just fine. But kind of thinking that that's not the case, though. It hit it hard enough to slip that cam. I'm guessing it bent it or broke it. I might have even made some extra valves, but not sure where I put them. They're not that hard to make. Wish I had a little desktop lathe, but I don't. So that would be ideal for that. Desktop lathe, and put a couple servo motors on it. Alright. Just put wires out of the way. Take the screws out for the intake manifold. Alright, well, I'm going to cut away here, and when I get the screws out, and I'll come back before I lift that off so we can all see it together. Okay, I don't have the head bolts out yet, but I do have the intake manifold off and the distributor. You can see there's plenty of oil up on the top, so it's getting plenty of oil up here. It was. I had to get these bolts out yet. I don't have any of the head bolts out. Yeah, I should have took that camshaft and set it and marked it, or got it marked with the screws, and then took it out and milled some flats on it, but who would have thunk that it would have slipped on me. Okay. Oh man, those are... all part of the hobby. You know, ain't the first time I've broke apart on one of my model engines. I had I remember my Atkinson engine. I busted the bolts in the if you're familiar with an Atkinson engine, there's a upright behind the flywheel that the rod goes to, and I busted the bolt. I revved it up so high that busted the bolts off of that, and piston went flying out, and the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Yep, I see marks there. And there, and there. See marks on that one, that one, that one, and that one. I hate to turn it over and look at the valves. I'm actually surprised. A pleasant surprise, really. They look fine. Yeah, they don't look bent or anything. Let me get a Q-tip here. That one's kind of, well, I think that one was like that. Yeah, I think they're all right. I can do see a little bit of a flat there but it's like it's seating down fine yet. Well, I'll know if I put it together and it doesn't. I'll know what to look for. But how's the piston? Pistons do have marks in them. I don't know if you can see it. It ain't very big mark, not on this one anyway. Just a little tiny mark right there. This one's got a little bit deeper mark there. And this one, that one just got just a scratch of a mark. This one's got a mark though on both intake and still got compression there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, okay, it looks like I might have gotten lucky. So now I'm going to have to set up and reset I'll go through the process of resetting my cam up, and I'm not going to video that. I videoed it once before, and I'll just put my degree wheel on, which is still laying here. I'll put my degree wheel on here and fly and high, get it set it at 109, and then loosen it and loosen the cam, bring this up to top dead center, lock it, and it should be set again. So hopefully I'll get it back together. I was kind of wanting to my father-in-law he's in his 90s, and he's been kind of watching these engines from day one when I started working on them, and he kind of wants to see it run, and I'd like to get it all put back together and maybe tomorrow afternoon running, I hope. So I will find out. We'll see how far we can get here, and I'll keep you guys posted. So thanks for following along on the adventures of V8s, and we'll catch you later.